Hello again and welcome. This is your humble host, Vin Vega, welcoming you to my video where we're going to cover the Bird Manager in a little bit more detail. The Manager basically keeps an eye on your flock and makes sure you're aware of any problems. If you watched the setup video, you see that one of the primary purposes of the Bird Manager is to maintain the coordinates for the corners that make up the flying area for the birds. The nests then get these coordinates from the Bird Manager. For aesthetic purposes, you can hide the Bird Manager if you want. It's really just a one-spot landing stick in green. You can also hide or unhide the floating text. The floating text just gives you a quick preview into any new, missing, or stuck birds. If you click Birds from the menu, you get a list of all the birds the Manager is monitoring currently in open chat. You can also delete a bird you're monitoring if you have one that dies or you give one away. You can use the Find option from the menu to discover a bird's current location somewhere on the property. Just select the bird you want to find from the list, and a little red globe appears above the Manager for a moment and then moves to wherever the bird's current location is. After a few seconds, the globe disappears. Let's do a quick demonstration of what happens if a bird goes missing. So now that we've found Benito here, we're going to unlink him from his nest, and now we're going to take him into inventory. I assure you Benito was not harmed in the making of this video. He has many, many days ahead of him. So now with Benito no longer on the property, if we try to find him, you'll see the red globe just stays above the Manager and then disappears. If you have the floating text on, after about 10 minutes you'll see it shows that Benito is stuck. Stuck because the Manager doesn't know Benito is missing from the property. You'll get this message if Benito is stuck and has nowhere to land, or can't fly, or can't find food. You may on very rare occasions see this from a bird who's not stuck but has just been flying or sitting on the ground for a very long time. If a bird is stuck for more than 20 minutes and you have notifications enabled, you'll get a message from the Bird Manager too. Now if we go back and delete Benito from the Bird Manager, we'll see the bird count update, and then after about 10 minutes you'll see he no longer shows as stuck. The landings option gives you information about the current landings available for the birds. In open chat, it displays the number of birds versus number of landings and a ratio. This becomes more important as your flock gets larger. Once you get about 20-25 birds in your flock, just make sure you keep this ratio about 3 or under. A higher ratio is okay for a smaller flock, just make sure the ratio is always at least 2 or higher. Also keep in mind that this count doesn't include nests or feeders, just landing sticks and landing circles. Now, as promised, Benito wasn't hurt. I'm going to take him back out of my inventory and res him here near the Manager. I'm going to link him to a nest. And when he takes off again, you'll see the Bird Manager updates to include him in the current count.